right. I believe we are live now. Awesome. Hey guys, this is Dr. Nancy Lee. For everybody who joined us, welcome, welcome. So today we're going to do our weekly YouTube live coaching, and everybody who joined us on Zoom, I'm going to do a quick introduction and then you can start to ask questions. So welcome, welcome everybody. Okay, so quick introduction. Hey guys, this is Dr. Nancy Lee. I help people transition from worker bee to a product manager and business leader. I've helped hundreds of people land their dream product manager job offer through my coaching program, Product Manager Accelerator. You can learn more about the program. Go to drnancy.com. And specifically tonight, we focus on how can you become a better product manager. So let me go through today's agenda quickly. And for people who already joined us on YouTube, please comment on the chat so that I'm live on YouTube. And anybody, the same streams also streams through LinkedIn. Anybody who is live on LinkedIn, please comment on the chat and say hi so I can see who is the LinkedIn. Awesome, awesome. Ria, I love your comment, love the program. PM Accelerator, so helpful, very well done. Resources are incredible. Thank you so much. Anybody who is on LinkedIn, please comment on the chat so we know we're live as well. Awesome. So for people who are live with us, feel free to introduce yourself, where you're from, and do you have any upcoming interviews or any questions regarding how to become a better product manager. Okay, so let's go through today's free training. We also have some live audience with me right now. So let me do this. At the same time, let me the virtual background. So you guys asked about where do you find the program information. So you go to this website, drnancylee.com, to learn more about PM Accelerator. Today, we're going through our weekly 3 live coaching for everybody who subscribed to our YouTube channel or LinkedIn. So let me do this. I have prepared some slides for you guys to go through today's training. So let me do this. Can you guys hear me? I think. Very cool. Okay, great. So let me share my screen and then we can go through today's slideshow. Awesome. So welcome everybody. So today, as you can imagine, it's more about good versus a bad product manager, and specifically how can you become a better PM. All right, so let's go through today's quick training. And when we get started, I'd love to share any inspiring stories. This is all based on true stories, and hope all of you guys can learn from each other. Okay. So this is a story about my student Jackie, and specifically how to transform from a product manager, APM, to a great and outstanding, amazing product manager in American Express. For everybody who is inside the PM accelerators, you should know who Jackie is. She also became one of our mentors. The main reason I invite her back to become our mentors was because her fast promotion was in the company. That's where related to the skills that are required to become a good product manager. All right, so specific Jackie's story. So Jackie landed her first APM job offer through our program, PM Accelerator. Herself came from business background, also had lots of startup experience. And then, guess what? 3 months into her new job, she specifically receives the highest merit award was in American Express. Within 3 months into her new job. This is so outstanding. And then gradually she also become an entry-level PM to become technical product manager. Very exciting to see her career progression. So I've been watching how my student growing after they land a job within the new company. And I discovered several common and also successful traits I'm able to share with you guys that's relevant to how Jackie got promoted. And also this happened to our student. We have a student who joined another company for a few months. He also started to lead a team of product managers on his own as well. All right. So today I'm going to share with you specific skills they have mastered, what sets them free and different from someone else. All right. So I want you guys take notes when we go through today's free training. And also quick reminder for everybody who is in the process interviewing for your FAANG companies. And we have a database of how to land those like top FAANG companies offer using the 50 FAANG PM interview questions database. Feel free to go to this website, drnancy.com/50 FAANG to get this free database. All those databases are currently like live questions being asked to our students. So we have very live updated database, and those are the free resources you can use for you to land your dream job offer as well. So go to this website and download the free resources later on. And you might also be asking why we have several like Jay and Obinna and join us today in the Zoom to receive free training was because they already requested filling a form. So you can see this form right now on the screen. And the form, the Google form is also in the description of this like YouTube Live. You can submit the form to receive free live coaching as well. If you have any questions right now, you want to join us to ask questions live, you can email nancy.com. We can pull you up live as well. But today we have a few people join us. And also, quick question. So how do I get selected for free coaching? Because lots of people has requested. The way we select people in terms of priorities based on people who either supported any nonprofit I support. So every year I do one-on-one donation matches. You donate $1, I donate actually more than $1 to any of the top 3 educational nonprofit I support. So if you have done that, you're getting prioritized free coaching from me, okay? And or whoever has most likes, shares, and comments on my YouTube channel, you get priorities as well. And also a quick reminder, people might be asking, so Nancy, how do I get into PM Accelerator? How can I get more additional coaching from me? And specifically, you can go to this website, drnancy.com/masterclass to attend our free webinar to start learning about the top 3 strategies to land your dream PM job offer and thrive in it in 60 days. And then you will also learn more regarding if you want to be coached by our team. Any questions you have, we can answer live over there. Another free resources, and everybody who is interested in doing mock interviews and find your peers, you can go to those free groups, the WeChat group and also LinkedIn group to find your mock interview partners. Okay, so you can take a screenshot right now and scan the barcode to join those groups later on. So lots of people, we already have like, I think LinkedIn group, 2,000 people inside LinkedIn group. You can find lots of mock interview partners and over there, okay, to share resources and knowledge and also job openings. And actually this week we had how many job openings? I think 8 referral jobs within inside PM Accelerator. So sometimes we'll also share some referral jobs inside of the different groups as well. So once you guys take a screenshot and join and take advantage of the free resources and find people who are like you to work towards your product management career. Okay, as you also know, we love to celebrate all the progress because use this as inspirations. Lots of people may say, hey, Nancy, there's a company has announced like freeze hiring. What do I do? Is there any opportunities? The answer is there are still a lot of opportunities. To be also frank with you guys, and this is just like at the beginning of a true recession. This is not a recession in my personal opinion. There's still more job opportunities out there. You just need to know where to find them. Okay, so this is like also the progress our student had made, and this is what happened last week. Every week we celebrate our progress of the people have landed like PM internship offer from Tesla, eBay, and landing TPM offer from like T-Mobile, another offer from a healthcare company called Trio, and basically it's like lots of other people also interviewing with like FAANG companies, Meta, Amazon, different companies. So yeah, those companies are still hiring. You just need to know where to find them. Some companies, they announce freeze hirings, and some teams, they don't hire any PMs anymore, but there are other teams that are still hiring. I want you guys to use the right strategy to identify the right team to achieve your final career destination as an outstanding product leader. Okay, today we focus on product management and product leader, how to become PM, and then not only like getting a job, it's about, hey, once they get in, how can I continue to get promoted? All right, so now before we go through all the questions, what I'm going to do is let me stop sharing right now. The top 3 things, what I have learned, and also the strategy our students have used to become an outstanding PM, to continue to get promoted, just like how Jackie did and how other of our students did in the past. Okay, top 3 things. I want you guys take clear notes right now. All right. So number 1 thing that makes a product manager better, this okay PM, there's so many okay PM and also outstanding PM. Number 1 thing is that a great outstanding product managers always prioritize their customers. They are customer centric. Bad product manager, they are self-centric or like executive centric or promotion centric. They should be customer centric. Let me give you specific examples. What do I mean by different kind of centric? Like, looks sounds very foreign to you guys. If you go to Amazon's 14 principle, now they update to 16 principles. The number 1 thing on their principles is the customer first. So always put their customer first, which is true, which is also why Amazon continuously to like innovate new product. They have different product line out there. The cloud is number 1 and beating Google and Microsoft. The cloud products number 1 and still have the e-commerce platform, Amazon.com. The many different opportunities and products invented by Amazon because their team culture is always customer centric. They do whatever it takes to make sure customers' needs are met and prioritize customers first. Now, let me give you in real life, what I have seen many bad product managers. What did they do? They say they're customer centric, but easy. You just see how much time they spend with customers to understand customers' pain points, needs, and desire. Let me tell you the examples of bad product managers I personally have encountered in the past. I have seen some bad product managers the whole time when there is executives, whatever C's, whatever chief strategy officer, chief whatever officer, or anyone above him in terms of the title. So, oh yeah, whatever boss, new boss has question about this or whatever, immediately he's going to work overnight. He's also going to make his team work overnight to make sure the C-level people's question is met. But it's true. Yes, seriously, you're sometime in the future will get promoted because you're getting closely connected with the C-level people. However, would you do the same thing for customers? I'm okay. I'm totally okay. Hey, if any C-level people or your boss, anybody with senior title than you asks you to do something, you like do it overnight, get it done. But would you do the same thing for customers? Lots of people don't. Lots of people look out for themselves. Look out for themselves in terms of better pay, better promotion, or maybe there's silos within the company. But do they look out for the customers compared with all other priorities on that person's roadmap? I bet that product managers prioritize something else, customers later on. Good product managers are reversed. Good product managers always customers first. Let's make sure we really create the best product, understand the pain point, why they didn't use a product as much as we want them to do, and why the product failed in certain point. With the customer-centric methodology, you will get promoted because if you only look for the purpose of getting promotion, you're never getting promotion. Okay, so number 2 thing to become a better PM is that a better PM knows how to lead without authority. I think I emphasize this key skill set multiple times. It is very critical. Let me define lead without authority. Okay, so if you're a good product manager, you see yourself as a quarterback of a football team. So I came from New England, Boston. We used to have Tom Brady, and now he moved to Florida. But use that Tom Brady as an example. You are the quarterback of the entire football team. Nobody reports to Tom Brady, right? Nobody reports to him. They're like he just like a team of people together. He's nobody's boss, but he leads without authorities. Lead without authorities means that how are you able to influence people work around you? How are you able to incentivize the whole team to work harder towards the same common goal? That's called lead without authorities. And the quarterback can always use different strategies, such as the story-based strategies, inspiration-based strategies, or bring your whole team into the customer meetings to understand customer pain point. Many different ways to lead without authorities, but amazing, outstanding product managers always thinking about how can I lead without authorities really to serve my customer, which link to the number one thing we're looking for. Okay, now the third thing that separate good product managers or outstanding product manager from bad product managers is that when we get to the details of how would you let the engineering team to develop the right functions, the good product managers are going to write amazing requirement and socialize the requirement in a cross-functional team. A bad product manager just throw a stack of requirement in front of the engineering team, said just follow this and get it done. So lots of time, to be frank with you guys, lots of product managers out there, they didn't have proper product management training. To be frank, lots of their requirements kind of okay. To be also frank, very extremely frank with you guys, you bring those requirements, send your requirements back to me. I can tell you why the requirement is very poorly written. First of all, you guys do not know how to write a better requirement. And then you just hand the requirement to an engineering team without too much clarity and lots of socialization. You let them develop the work. And then the entire engineering team either didn't understand the scope or they didn't understand why they're developing such product together. Okay, so the three things are very critical for for product manager to become outstanding product manager. If you do the opposite of what I described, you will be like that product manager. I don't think you're going to keep your job, to be frank, especially something in the future. If once recession hits, the bad product managers are getting eliminated, which is also reason our student Jackie, she got crazy 3 months into a new job, and she basically launched amazing product, very high impact product, impact millions of people's life by working for one of those outstanding banks. And her achievement was very widely accepted and being recognized by those executives. She never said, reach out, let me tell you how great I was. No, she had something that's so outstanding. Her product was customer centric. The executive recognized her huge contribution, making great business impact to the customers that leading to revenue for the company. That led to her fast promotions, getting promoted. She's also asked to do more high important product moving forward within our company as well. It's all based on the 3 steps I just described to become an outstanding product manager. Okay, I want all of you guys to take it as important learning and to start focus on how to become a better PM moving forward. All right. So, oh, by the way, quick thing. I see some students listening right now. The same framework, if you're inside PM Accelerator, the same framework Jackie used in her new job is what we teach in module 3 and 4. Jackie doesn't have more than other students inside our program. You guys have the same amount of resources. What I want everybody to focus on is, if you have all the existing framework and resources, let's focus on maximize how you absorb the content and execute the strategies. Okay, so make sure execution is also very important. Take massive actions to become outstanding PM. All right, so let's do this now. I hope you guys take notes for the 3 things. Now, what we're going to do is that I'm going to invite our guests to do free coaching from me based on who joined first. I know Obinna.
Yeah, Obinna.
I believe you joined the first based on the sequence. Okay, Obinna, so let me know what questions you have, either about yourself, become a better PM, or break into product management, any questions you have. So what help do you need?
Okay, I actually need help assessing my elevator pitch. Right.
Okay, so, great. Yeah, tell me your pitch.
Okay, I'll just start with my pitch. Okay. I have about 6 years experience in project management and software development lifecycle. In my current role, I have demonstrated the ability to plan and successfully deploy projects in a fast-paced environment. I have over the years developed an intricate knowledge of the product and product delivery methodology like Agile, Waterfall, and Hybrid. I am a strong communicator with great presentation skills. My background is in engineering and cybersecurity, of which I have acquired skills that can uniquely position me in your organization.
What position you're looking for?
A product manager position.
Okay. First of all, it's good you have some important stories in it. Let's repackage it. The most important thing is your call to action wasn't clear because you position yourself as I came from engineering background. I also developed agile, waterfall, yada yada. I need to change those waterfall stuff, by the way.
Okay.
Whatever you talk about, maybe fact. Is he looking for lead engineering position or he's looking for PM position, right? So your call to action wasn't strong. You should have said, I'm looking for a product manager position in ABCD industry. Let's say you're interviewing with American Express, just like our student Jackie, right? You say, I'm looking for a manager position in the fintech industry.
Okay.
If you interview with crypto companies, or I'm looking for PM position in crypto space, whatever you want to talk about, like plug in the industry, or you can talk about like the environment, fast-paced environment. So what for my pitch, I'm always looking for I'm looking for PM position in fast-paced environment for the ad tech industry, whatever. So you can add all those key elements you're looking for. Okay, so that's a basic you have missing. Now, from the top, your summary of your year's experience. Again, it's still not very obvious. It's product driven. It's like in between engineering, product management, you have not done it. So we need to repackage the whole thing if you're looking for PM position. Okay, so let's redo this from the top. You said how many years experience? 6 years experience in total?
Yes.
Okay, 6 years experience in total in doing what?
My position was a product owner and also project coordinator. So transition from a project coordinator to a product owner.
Great. And by developing and launching what kind of product?
Mostly fintech products so far. I currently work for a telco company. They're launching products in video services, like OTT products, like video streaming services.
Very good.
Right? Yeah,
very good. So you can say, I have 6 years experience in launching and developing like fintech and video streaming product. You can say that, or whatever OTT, whatever any other communication, like consumer communication product, whatever the category it is in. Okay. And as a product owner, you can just say that as a product owner, or you can just do not mention the title and tell them the product you have developed and launched and managed. That's also equivalent of you being a product manager. All right. Now, the things in the middle, if you have product owner title, why you talk so much about like engineering? Like, I just feel like you're like in the middle. I'm a fast learner, yada yada. You're there already, have something relevant experience, but you didn't own it. You learn how to own the success you have done before or the achievement you had before. So therefore, when you step back, you can say, so tell me the very first product you launched. Not very first, most impressive product you have launched or developed. You mentioned you did like agile, waterfall, whatever. Tell me more about the product.
Okay, so I've developed a product for a mortgage application product for a bank where they, pretty much had to, because of, like COVID and everything, customers were not able to go into the bank to do their mortgage applications, and the application was pretty much hot. So customers wanted, collecting requirements from customer pain points. We're able to develop a mortgage software application where clients could start their mortgage applications online or in their house, in the comfort of their home. And very also progressively, you could actually monitor the process of the application, how long it takes. So that transparency was key, because then with the mortgage products, some of them are trying to get a hold of.
Too much information.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
how many people used it? How many people impacted?
At launch, it was we had a success rate of about 50% of our target, which was about 100,000 just in the first week.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
okay, so you can say I launched the long application product or app during the pandemic. Within like 3 weeks of within the first week of launching, we already impact over 100,000 users within a week. And then you can also see how many more people have reached within a year, whatever. Eventually, let's say, we have achieved a market penetration of 80%, whatever. Like first week, very impressive, 100K users right away after launch. And then eventually reach whatever, how many more, I believe have more later on, right? That's very impressive. Now, do you have the second product you have launched, or is it only one main product?
That's the one main one that
okay,
I could
so now
speak about. Yeah.
No problem. So now let's change your other session where you talk about you developed agile, waterfall, and combo process. Okay, can we ignore waterfall? Even if you invented whatever, even if you initiate waterfall, here's the thing. Because only 30 seconds, we don't have time to talk about waterfall. Okay, even if you have done that, we just don't talk about it. You can also say, I led and set up the agile methodology in my company, which has been used by 80% of the teams, yada, 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 yada. If your company is a Fortune 500 company that's very famous, you can also name the company. Doesn't have to Google. Again, hey guys, I have insider information. I was doing working for like Meta. They didn't like it, right? And not many, two other people joined Meta within the past half year. They didn't like it was because there's too much politics. So I assume you guys don't work for like FAANG companies, but it's okay. So you should probably tell them, let's say Walmart. It's not Facebook, it's not Meta, whatever. All the companies have politics, ups and downs, but you should probably tell them that I was in Walmart, the biggest retail store. That's it, right? Google is big in biggest of the search, but Walmart is also important. Without Walmart, where do we buy microphone, right? Other stuff, right? So you need to own it. If it's a very big important bank, name those banks. There's so many users out there. It's very important. Okay. So, but remove the waterfall, whatever. I just say I led and initiated the agile methodology and transformation within your in fintech, ABCD Bank America, very big, even if it's not Google, but nice, impressive. That's my point. Okay. Own it. You really need to speak with authority and confidence to own it. Now, towards the end, no need to talk about, I came from engineering background. I have this. I have I'm very good at this and that. No need, because only 30 seconds. If you're really good at let's say, public speaking, people skills, we can test during the interview, coming up an interview. You don't even say I'm very good public speaking, yada yada, like communication. Just show me some successful stories, right? So those part we don't need to put in within 30 seconds elevator pitch.
Okay.
You just need to jump into your call to action, the one we already reviewed.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
Awesome. Best of luck. What type of positions, what type of companies you're looking to join?
A FAANG company and one of the big ones. That's my goal, right? So
amazing. I love people setting up big goals, and actually in May, 25% of our offers came from FAANG companies. All right, so everybody can achieve that. And also for the stories, we have so many inspiring stories. I literally have students who call me last Friday. Basically, we have one-on-one strategy sessions. Something really touched me so much, and she was like, Nancy, I was watching you teaching. I'll attend all the live lessons you had. at the time, she was more in the cybersecurity space. She was like, my goal is just trying to become a PM. She's like, that's all I want to do. I think that I was just lucky if I can become a PM, now become a PM in one of the big telecom companies. Like, I'm very lucky to become one. And then later on, she was like, but I just realized that I might be able to achieve more. I see other people here, other classmates, they join FAANG company. Why don't I give a shot? I thought I can just, I'm lucky I got a PM job, but now I feel like I can do more. It's like, so I want you guys to really set big goals. Okay, other people achieve this, you guys can achieve it as well. And also, to be frank with you guys, like 99% of our students, they do not go to like Harvard Business School, whatever, like those kind of places to qualify them for FAANG companies. Well, it doesn't have to be FAANG company. We have student landing, like start a unicorn or even reject FAANG companies as well. But my point is that they didn't come from a place, oh, they had like covered in gold, like they're just say, get in. No, they all work very hard. So it doesn't matter. Your background may not sound very impressive today, but there is definitely a way to continue to achieve way more than what originally could imagine. Okay, so but your 30 seconds elevator pitch will open so many doors for you, I bet. Okay, so respond back to my email, how many more interviews you got because of pitch. You just respond back to my TA, whoever invited you. Would love to see how well you do. It will be another inspiring stories I tell in a month.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Really. Yeah. Get into the FAANG companies. Yeah, that's my goal. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Keep us posted. Just reply back to my email or our TA's email. You just reply back. We'd like to hear how did you go? Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay. So let's do this. Jay, you're up.
Hi, Nancy. Love your show. You love your videos. Been very helpful, really high quality. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just a quick background about myself. I'm a seasoned product manager with 12 years of experience in SaaS with a focus on cybersecurity and fintech. I've ideated and brought to market about 5 platforms that are now generating over 150 million in ARR. And ideation, execution, and go-to-market are my key strengths. And again, as I said, I like what you're doing. Thanks for putting those videos out there. Just wanted to know a little bit about, you seem to have a lot of knowledge about FAANG and how the PM product management is structured in FAANG. Is there a structure, or is it like individuals running their own frameworks and so on? Okay. And then what are some of the traits of successful senior product managers, and how do they train the junior product managers?
Okay.
Because typically in tech and all, there is a given structure, how this is how you do it. But I just want to know how they do it in FAANG, how they coach the junior product managers.
Okay. Was you asked this question was because you want to use the same framework from FAANG company to your own company, or you want to join FAANG so that you know what it look like?
It's both. I mean, it could be. It's primarily learning. Once I learn, I mean, I do lead product managers at my current job, but learning and getting to know, the top things, that's what I would love to know.
Okay, great. Awesome. Great questions. Okay, so I do talk to our students who join FAANG companies, so I know how things work. Yeah. As I said, I heard both good news and bad news. Some people join FAANG companies didn't like it, and some people join FAANG companies, they loved it. Okay, all half. First of all, what I want to tell you is that the FAANG companies, the people are the same. If you think about people management, the politics, well, politics sounds bad, but there's politics everywhere. Silos, everything is the same. It doesn't matter it's FAANG and non-FAANG company. The people relationship is the same. Now, their methodology is very, very clear, like agile methodology and customer-centric methodology. Let me give you examples how things work. There are organizational structure and also how they practice PM, a methodology. First of all, let's talk about the PM methodology first. It is the same as Amazon, Meta and Google. We have students working for all those companies. And then use Amazon as an example. So, and when Amazon started to build a product, they are very fast and customer centric. Just the same thing. Lots of time when I teach MVP was in our PM Accelerator is always like what customer wants. So let's figure out what they want and then quickly learn fast and fail fast. Mm-hmm. So Amazon has those kind of culture. Let's figure out into the customer what they want. Okay, let's do A/B testing, introducing some ideas, this works, collect some data, learn fast and fail fast. And also how can we maybe have some new product out there, let's test out in one location. We didn't have 1 million people doing test runs. It's okay. Let's just like put this out there for a few positions first and see how things work. And later on roll out to everyone else within Amazon's like product network. So they are very focused on this agile methodology, learn fast and fail fast. What the customer wants to create something, test out this works. If it doesn't work, let's pivot and continue to push the best product out there. And then second, let me also tell you regarding the organizational thing was in the FAANG companies. Okay. Even if individual product managers, they try to follow those agile like MEP methodology, customer first methodology, but their leadership, as I said, is the same as all the leadership in Walmart, Verizon, Google, they're the same. All the leadership, they're very ambitious. They said, one of the product, let me do not name the product that launched by Meta. Okay, you guys can guess. Okay, this is a thing launched by Meta, real thing. Okay, but their leadership are very aggressive, saying that we have to launch this product. Let's say it's a microphone product by Meta, whatever. We have to launch this microphone product by this date. Everybody, please make it happen. So from the top, it's never agile anymore. It's like, everybody, we need to do this. If we don't do this, we cannot hit our like Q4 earning target, yada, 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 yada. Everybody do everything you can take to make it happen. And now all the engineering team are working like crazy. Now like program managers and leveraging many different engineering teams to together to build this quote microphone product together. So when they run it, they're basically running like crazy among like different teams. Hopefully they can all together hit the deadline and high requirement, huge target set by their leadership. We also have seen people that actually like quit their job because the pressure from the leadership is so high. Everybody's supposed to follow the agile methodology, test out, yada yada. But that when you're following the agile methodology going this way, then leadership say gotta make it happen by now. Now is they have to do combination of agile, maybe waterfall, maybe I don't know, any kind of new methodology have to hit this deadline. So it is same. Now, coaching.
MIH methodology.
Agile.
MIH, make it happen.
Oh, make it. Go to Agile to make it happen.
MIH, that's a new one.
Yeah. MIH, make it happen. Called MI. Oh, make it happen methodology. Okay. Yes. I love this. Yes, they executive love make it MIH methodology. People down below they want to use agile. So is a combination, but without the learn fast and customer centric methodology, customer wouldn't even love your product. So you still need to use that. Just the top there is different, have different priorities. Very high pressure. And finally, regarding how they coach the team. So what I know is that once they have very, very serious onboarding learning, we have, I have someone who currently joined, like, let's say YouTube as a product manager. Her first like whole 3 weeks, 4 weeks of doing different kind of learning about very serious learning about like YouTube, which I love this, so I can know how to do YouTube better. So everything as much as possible. So that very serious training upfront, and then you're out to figure out how to improve YouTube, building different features within YouTube. And within this like hierarchy, they also have very senior leaders. I don't think they give you like traditional product management training to help like individual product managers to do better. When they get in, they mainly use like the group training, what needs to get done to make it happen. I don't think the training is more about how to be a better PM. Their training is more about how does the Google YouTube thing work, what the architecture look like, yada yada, was different things you need to consider, like a sensitive information we remove on YouTube. They say weeks of training. And same thing as some students join like a Meta. The first 2 months is also like team matching, learning team matching. If you join Meta as a generalist, you need match with a team. So you don't have a team yet, unless when you during the interview, you're pre-selected by some team. Some of them just say you're in, let's do team matching. During the 2 months, you're talking to different teams, you're learning about the companies, then you're matched with your team, then continue to build a product together. So their training, coaching young product managers is less about how to be a better PM. It's more about how the company and product works. Now, how the individual manager, director coaching the team is based on the manager's leadership style. That's what we have seen. Yeah. So in your company, how is different from your company?
Again, yeah, it's not too structured. I mean, it's mostly driven by experience. And what we do is though focus on the 4 C's, like customer, competition, company, and I call it as climate. Climate is everything that's happening around, inside and outside your company. So something that is trending. It could be like a regulatory requirement that's forcing you to do something. It could be a competitive pressure that's forcing you to do something, or it just could be, bigger goals that are set for your company. So we take into account all these four dimensions, and any decision that we make is weighed across these 4 dimensions. And within that dimension, there are multiple subdimensions. So generally around like 15 dimensions is what we look at. There's always trade-offs. None of them fill all the right boxes. There are always conflicts. So I was wondering really at these high levels how they resolve these conflicts. And I guess those kinds of insights would be helpful for anyone who's even interviewing for these jobs.
Yeah. So that's case by case in reality, how you resolve this conflict. So when you go in for FAANG interviews, they're gonna assess your specific scope of work. Okay. So another tip is that we have people who were a product manager, a senior PM in FAANG companies already, and then later on decide to join PM Accelerator later on was because they said, oh, I have a senior PM title, already work for FAANG company. I should no problem for me to join another FAANG company. Guess what? When they go in for interview, how they describe the scope and the methodology, how they solve their problems was so small. They were downgraded to entry-level PM. For different companies at level whatever, 5, 6, 7, 8 different levels. And because they have senior PM title in another FAANG company, they're supposed to at least get senior PM title here for different FAANG companies. But they basically went down to 1 level and become senior level PM for the band. Once you hit a lower band, your salary can only go that far, that high. So it was because the way they tell the stories, what you did, is what's too small. Even if they had years, some of them had like 10 years experience, years of experience as a product manager. The methodology of how they run their product, and also the type of scope, type of impact is very different. So therefore, I suggest everybody to really learn the FAANG level people, how they really design and build a product, and how you use the soft skills, like lead with authorities as an example to give them stories. Okay. So within the PM Accelerator, actually, we teach people how the FAANG companies using their agile methodology and how to do the customer interviews, MVP inside the program. And you guys can check it out if you guys are interested in learning more regarding how FAANG companies doing that. And interestingly, and actually, we have several students currently working for FAANG companies and using the template, the framework we teach them to build product within the FAANG companies. As I said, that's great, once you get in, they were like, oh, you're getting paid $300,000 per year. Some of them getting at $400,000 per year. So which means I don't need to train you on product management. Product management. I just need to train you how YouTube works. That's what happened. Yeah. So the foundations, some of them foundations is like, I'm glad they just take the right training. Now just learn how does YouTube work. So plug in the reality. So it's like, damn, the things is complete. Okay, so that's behind scenes, how things work. It's very stressful. And
thank you for that.
Yeah, that's it's still good companies join, just understand what teams are better fit for you guys. Yeah, some places are a little bit disorganized as well. Some places are better, so it depends on the team. I have people like software engineer in FAANG company, just like been there for a year, and every morning he was like, I just met him last weekend. It's crazy. It's a close friend of mine. He was like, every morning I drag my feet and walk to my desk, and like barely want to open the computer and turn on the computer. It's just like I didn't like it. He was miserable. He was like, I was there because I get paid more, but he basically was like, I didn't love what I do.
Yeah.
So therefore, you guys do your own analysis. I've seen someone did an amazing job in FAANG companies as well. So both sides, you can hear a story for both sides, and pick your right team to join, and also be a great product manager. I think that's a foundation to do well, regardless what type of companies you guys join. Cool. Okay, great. So let me see any questions we have on LinkedIn or YouTube. Let me see. Oh, by the way, anyone who are joining us live, feel free to post your questions. Okay, so post your questions on either YouTube or LinkedIn live. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Q&A session. So now let me answer the questions here. Let me go to Q&A, share my screen. Is this this is all the questions. Okay, great. So first question, did you see culture differences in hiring people pivoting to PM? What do you mean culture differences? Who asked this question? Please provide more context. US versus UK or France? How do I know if my resume is enough to caught attention? Culture differences. So far, I didn't see culture differences in terms of UK, US, and France, whatever. But I know the differences regarding the type of product management work they do. That's slightly different within different countries. For example, in the US, we are very like customer centric and very fast, and try to learn fast, fail fast, and create the best product in general. The framework, globally, they're very similar. However, let's say if you work for like UK and France, that's what I learned. In general, the culture is slower. Just how they build product, the entire thing is just slower. The innovation is slower in the US. That's what I learned. And we also have students like working in Asia. In Asia, Asia has a lot of innovation. The product development is very fast. Everything's very fast. But product management is more focused on operational sort of things than strategic, innovative stuff. So in the US, we are focusing on like product strategies and how to build product using the best agile methodology, customer centric. At least you should be customer centric. Not everybody are customer centric. If you're a bad PM, you're not customer centric. And so that's how I see the differences. But methodology is the same. The speed, I just feel like the speed and among the innovation is different among different countries. Okay, so how do I know if my resume is enough to caught attention? And honestly, it's likely you don't know, only the recruiter knows, or unless you're inside a PM accelerator, which is you go to this website, learn more. So our coaches can tell you if you are, quote, good enough. And it's amazing story. So last week, a student of mine, and actually inside a PM accelerator, you might have known him. So basically, it's like, same story. So my experience, I didn't do anything really PM, or I barely did anything regarding PM. Is this enough? Guess what? It's he in the past he thought he can only qualify for APM, but right now he definitely qualified for PM or maybe senior PM. So if your past experience is enough or not, usually inside a program we do evaluation, we can tell you. if your past experience, how much it can be qualified for PM, or what levels you need to hit based on your past experience. And if you didn't hit the right level, let's say you're supposed to be PM or senior PM and you're applying for APM, you get rejected all the time. It's not, in that case, not about enough or not enough. It was about you match yourself with the wrong level. That's also a problem. Okay, so I have free resume template on my YouTube channel. You guys can check it out. Let me go here. Let me show you guys how to find this. How to minimize this. Now. Okay. So go here. Your channel. Where is my free training? There is free resume training. So those 2 videos in the description of this video, you're able to download the free resume template. At least that will help you to package your experience. And now, if it's enough or not enough, to be frank, people with more experience can tell. Right now, it's very hard for you to tell is enough or not enough. Cool. All right. And now, next question. I am just starting. Hold on. Is this? This first question. Second question. I'm just starting with interest, getting more information about PM role, and also would be great if you can teach how to make PRD document. Making PRD document is 3-hour training within PM Accelerator. So it's very, very long. Right now we can cover within a short amount of time. But you can watch some free trainings on my YouTube channel where I discuss more regarding what different type of product requirements and out there. You can start learning for free right now. Just 3-hour trainings. I don't know how to summarize, make it so short. Cool. So next question. How to get the first PM interview? Very good question. So how to get a PM interview? Number one, you really need to look in your past experience to identify how much your past experience is relevant to product management. Number two, you need to repackage your resume that reflect relevant experience that relevant to PM. Even if your title may not be a product manager, but for example, when I was systems engineer, I did lots of things that's relevant to product management. You need to repackage your resume to make it more PM focused. And number three, you need to have perfect 30 seconds elevator pitch, which, oops, I see my microphone cut back. Okay, which is like how we taught our student inside PM Accelerator and also how we did it with Obinna. So you really need your pitch ready that will land so many interviews. And finally, you need to know how to use the networking strategies to land way more interview opportunities. So that's how you land first PM interview. Hopefully, whoever asks this question, make sure you take notes. Now, so people ask how to enroll your program and tuition fee. So here is how you enroll the PM Accelerator. And you can directly go to my website, drnancy.com. This one, drnancy.com on top of my screen and /masterclass, which also right here. So after you finish learn how to build, how to land your dream product manager job offer and thrive in it in 60 days, then you can figure out whether our teaching style is the right thing for you to enroll. And at the same time, we'll also tell you exactly what different kind of packages and different kind of tuitions and fees that's related to the kind of services you want to receive through our program. Okay, so at the end of the masterclass, you can directly submit application to talk to our admission team and discuss if you're a good fit for our program. Okay, so you can directly go to this webinar, drnancy.com/masterclass to learn more about different tiers of services we have. Yeah, I wish all of you guys good luck and make sure to check out this free masterclass, drnancy.com/masterclass to learn more. Now, PM question, I want to get a complete package to prepare myself for full-time PM positions in the next 2 to 3 months. What is this a question? Is this a question? This is a statement. I want to get a complete package to prepare myself for full-time PM position in the next 2 to 3 months. I don't know. It's a question or what? It's a statement. It's not a question statement. Okay, so if you're looking for complete package, prepare yourself for full-time PM position next 2 to 3 months. Check out my website darknessly.com/masterclass. Learn more about all the top 3 strategy, land your dream PM job offer, and see if you are qualified for our program. Okay, go to this place on this website. And next question, this real question, how to transition to PM role from business intelligence role with 10 years experience? Oh, very good question. Okay, great. So if you're business intelligence, have done business intelligence work, part of your 10 years experience is very relevant to product management. Very straightforward, 200%. Okay, very relevant to PM. Now, in the past, we have students with like 8 years business, like analyst background, and became a product manager, and she wasn't going in as entry-level PM. She was already getting in at the second tier, like second level of PM positions, because a part of her 8 years experience can be repackaged into product management. Now, if you have business intelligence experience, number one, you need to learn how does product management work within like big tech companies like FAANG companies, so that you know exactly what's the best, like they're almost an industry standard right nowadays. So what's the best technology company out there? How did they do product management? After you learn it, you say, oh, they did it this way. Oh, so what I have done past in as a business intelligence engineer, whatever analyst, is 80% similar or 70% similar based on how they did it in FAANG companies. So you need to learn it first, then you match your past experience and do comparison, identify what percentage of those are relevant. After identify what's relevant, the third step is you need to package your story and start to pitch yourself to sell the transferable skills you had, even if your title is not a product manager. So this is how we help our students with BA or BI background to land their PM job offer. This happened many times in the past. So you should use the same methodology as well. Okay, next question. I am a product manager with 15 years experience. Need to break into Amazon, AWS, Google, FAANG companies. Very good question. Is a question? Is a statement? Is a question or statement? Whoever asks these questions, please. Is this same kind of questions? I assume. Let me interpret this. I assume you meant you need help to break into Google, AWS with a 15 years product management experience. Okay, so first of all, you need to identify your level. Lately, one of our students also with 15 years PM experience and land the offer in Meta at L7. Go Google online, the salary information, Meta L7, property information, Meta L7, getting paid $800,000 per year. Total package. Okay, so which means that did you have the kind of scope of impact you have done in the past 15 years as a product manager? If so, not only break into FAANG company, also getting into one of the most senior level within those FAANG companies. So you should figure out what's the best methodology, how much I've done, and based on scope of work, and also need to package yourself very well, because the interview in those FAANG companies are extremely difficult. You need to really prepare yourself and answer questions within a short and concise way. Okay, I'm giving you the maximum level you can achieve, and anything below is based on how much you have done, how well you prepare yourself in the interview. But 15 years experience, you can qualify for L7 if you can pass the interview. Okay. Now, next question. Resume interview prep advice for applicant from non-traditional tech background. Non-traditional tech background. Are you saying that you are tech but not traditional? So which is non-traditional. I assume, for example, it's a civil engineering, the non-traditional tech background. Say it's tech background but non-traditional. in that case, whoever submit application, make sure you provide more context. It's like weird. My TA is collecting all the questions put into the slide so people can see the questions without too much understanding of what's non-traditional type background. Just give you an overview regarding, assuming you got civil engineering as non-traditional type background, what you need to do is for resume, again, number one, you need to immediately identify maybe your civil engineering type of background, and you need to immediately learn how the product management work, and not only in general working, is how, especially the big tech company, how they run product management. And then you need to repackage your resume and using the template. We have free training, free template. Use this one. People has been using this template when so many interviews. You guys should do this. So go to this video, product management resume tips with no prior experience. So go to this video, this cover photo, and download the resume template. Okay, and then it will help you significantly to do better in terms of getting selected for an interview. Interview prep. So now interview prep, you guys need to do lots of live case studies. Okay, so the product design, product sense, execution, all different product strategy cases. You need to do lots of cases to prepare for your upcoming interviews. Okay, so you can do better in your cases. That will help you significantly get your job offer much faster. And this one, I have 15 years experience as a customer relationship manager. How do I translate this product management? Very good. And actually, many success stories, and we have someone with 7 years experience in the insurance industry is also doing customer success manager. We also someone with like 6 years experience doing customer relationship manager or customer success manager type of positions. Yeah, so they all became a product manager. And now how to translate into product management? If you're a customer success manager or customer relationship manager, you should emphasize on the empathy, customer empathy. Do you collect customer feedback, customer empathy, and turn into maybe some feature suggestions or requirements? And those are something you need to highlight in your interview and also your application. Okay, but what I know is definitely those skills are very transferable, but we need to understand how much of 15 years experience is relevant to PM, because there's a discount. Okay, 15, maybe 5 years or maybe 7 years is more relevant to PMs. The other 7 years is not relevant to PM. So therefore, you learn how product management thing work in the real life experience, assuming we're for big tech company, so that you understand how much you did in the past is the same as a PM. But in general, you should emphasize your customer empathy. Next question: how to develop my skills that would land me a product manager role in a FAANG company? Okay, very good. There's 2 different skills. Number 1 skill is that I want you guys to become a better PM before you go to FAANG companies. The reason is, as I said, we're students already in the FAANG companies, and it's very stressful. It's very competitive. Okay, so you need to be a better PM before you even join FAANG company, because once you get in, it's extremely competitive. You just like, if you don't know how to do PM job well enough, it's extremely stressful. They are not going to teach you how to write requirement. Your boss will never do that. Your boss will be like, I assume you know it already. Okay, so just go do it. Seriously. So learn the FAANG level PM skills, and before you become a FAANG product manager. I'm very serious with you guys. So this is very critical. And then how to land a PM role, you just need to crack those product sense, product design, product case interviews. So actually inside a PM Accelerator, we teach you 2 skills. The real life product management skills, assuming you're working for FAANG companies, we want you to use the best methodology for FAANG companies before you become a PM. We believe the methodology, we believe that is you learn it before you make it, not fake it until you make it. So learn those skills ahead of time. And then you also need to learn how to crack those PM case interviews, product design, product sense, product execution, and product strategy estimation questions are very, very challenging questions. So get ready for those upcoming interviews and do lots of case studies. The more cases you do, the better you're preparing for your upcoming interviews. How do I transition from a marketing role to product role? Very good question. So marketing role to product role, specifically when you have a marketing background, number one thing I want you to do is that probably the way you run marketing is very similar to product marketing. You need to understand anything you did in the past regarding marketing. Did you do anything regarding value proposition, design the GTM strategy, the messaging of your product? And those are very, very relevant to product management. So understand those related experience first. And then you start to build a product portfolio, because marketing is very like future driven and like front end. You need to see how the end-to-end product management work. And at the same time, you also need to know what is the best methodology to complete your end-to-end experience. So therefore, you need to build a product portfolio if you have a marketing role. Okay, so inside PM Accelerator, we teach you how to do the product portfolio. Basically complete your experience. And then you can use what the new skills you gained as a product manager and also leverage your experience for GTM type of strategies and work that's more relevant to product management, so that you have end-to-end experience as a PM to land a PM job. How do you collaborate? Please make sure you guys submit questions in a good sentence. How do you collaborate with a customer that's not friendly or disagree with you to get a work done? Okay, so you mean you have some customers, they are your end users, they're not friendly, or they usually get do not agree with you. What would you do? In this scenario, I want you to start to learn and see things from their perspective. Why customers, they're not friendly, they disagree with you. You need to wear their shoes. And hold on, my microphone went off. Back. Yeah, you need to wear your customer's shoes and understand why they disagree with you. There must be some reasons, and understand the true motives. And then you start to influence them based on what they want and start to hear their needs, because usually they disagree with you. There's very good opportunities to identify any unmet needs, and that will turn into amazing, outstanding features for you to build as well. All right, so look into see things from their angles. So that's number one strategy. Cool. Oh, is this all the questions we have? Let me see. Let me go to. Oh, there's another question. I want to answer. How do you collaborate? There's another question. I was in teaching and research from 2008. Right now, I am doing MBA in Washington D.C. I'm planning to switch my career to PM. I need advice in this regard. Okay, so in general, when you are doing teaching research, and you need to start to think about how are you able to immediately create product portfolio. So sounds like teaching research is not relevant to PM, and then you immediately need to create a product portfolio and then demonstrate your past experience, how much is relevant to product management. And then your MBA network will help you to do more networking, eventually open doors for you to land interview opportunities. And then during the interview, you just need to learn how to crack the PM interviews. That's in high level what you need to do. Okay. I was doing research for years. I was a PhD student. So I became a PM. Eventually, I believe you can become a PM as well. You just need to get started right away, start to master the PM skills. So inside PM Accelerator, we teach guys lots of real life PM skills before you even become a product manager. And I believe those are the foundation to become a good product manager, which is what we cover today. It's about good product manager and bad product manager. I want all of you to do a better job in your new company. That's the number one goal, to continue to learn and grow. Okay. So let me see. Let me go here to see any questions. Yeah, portfolio is very important. Container, Eric, I saw all your questions. Awesome, awesome. So thank you for submitting all your questions. Cool. Okay, great. Now, looks like we covered all the questions for tonight, and hopefully you guys find it useful. Feel free to share this video with anybody who needs help with, and also like and share all the and comment on those videos because I want all of you guys to be successful and also have more people to discover this organic free coaching every Wednesday. If anybody who's interested in Product Manager Accelerator, you should go to this website, drnancylei.com and /masterclass, learn more about our program and select the right packages that works best for your situation as well. Okay, great. So this is Dr. Nancy. I'm going to see you next time. All right, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'm going to see you next time. Bye.